Hey ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Beaky and I'm here with
Jacqueline from Dyson Homebrew and someone else wanting attention, Nala. Nala, say hi.
Yeah guys, we are on lockdown, right babe?
Yep.
And shout out to my boy Jay Dauntless and everybody else out there has been wondering, where have you been? Why haven't you made videos? You came back and then suddenly just uploaded a bunch of D&D stuff and stopped. Well, the lockdown basically happened the week after I decided to come back to YouTube, and it changed a lot for me working wise, you finding a job, and we are gonna discuss how this affect us because you guys want to know about that.
And making my dog and my mom's two dogs stir crazy for walks.
Yeah.
I never thought dogs could pick up a certain time limit, or when I get out of my PJs, thinking that they're going for a walk.
Yep, so I'll start off with me first. I am not currently working right now. For safety reasons, I can't. My job is considered essential, and I did work for a little while during this whole entire craziness, and it just wasn't the best thing for me and some family members for me to continue working, because a lot of my family works in the medical field. So a lot of them still have to go out and deal with patients and people who might be more susceptible to getting sick themselves. So for me, it would be better for me to be one of the people in the family who doesn't also have to go out and potentially deal with people getting it as well.
And take your clothes off and then jump into a shower right away. Like
right when I come home, they're like, take off your clothes, go in the shower.
It's like, to me, it almost reminds me when my father used to work with pesticides, and you know, he never took off his clothes separated, because way back then, during the 1980s, right around the time I was born, they didn't know how dangerous pesticides were. So it kind of reminds me of some people who work with pesticides were told, drop your clothes, wash the clothes separate from everything else, take a shower, get rid of the contaminants.
Yeah, and this was before, this was even before everybody was telling everybody to wear gloves, masks, and all that. Like this is like before all that. I was coming home instantly washing, because when you work with a family in the medical, they are really on top of this and get paranoid. But I don't blame them at all too, because you know, like, people where they work are dying. So unfortunately, related to me, I had a friend whose grandfather has died. My family members had over 10 people where they work in that location have died, and some other places. So for the people out there that might think this is all a hoax, there are people getting sick. It's just a fact. It's happening, and I just had to be out of work for the next few months to make sure things are okay. We're going to talk about this, I'm currently not on an unemployment, but I helped you do it,
yes.
right? So we can talk about that process and how crazy.
Yeah, so a couple months back, I lost my job for particular reasons, but I was trying to find a new job in the field that I loved, and it wasn't working based on how the old job was. So I didn't get unemployment right away, because I saw how the owner was towards the previous worker getting unemployment. So he found out that the rules lax and helped me get unemployment. And I have been very lucky and grateful that I have been on it and got it in the time period right before all of it got crazy.
Yeah, so like the week after, right? What happened?
I think 2 weeks after.
No, I helped somebody the week after.
After me?
Yeah,
oh.
It was a week so the week after I helped her. So it was funny, because I'm just going to kind of poke her on this one. She was like, no, let's do it later. Remember, you didn't want to do it.
Actually, I did it when I come over his house. So during this lockdown, most people are not supposed to be going anywhere. I'm putting the quotes in here. I come over his house for about 3 days, so it's, I'll just say Sunday to Tuesday, because Friday and Saturday we're in one game, D&D game online, which we'll talk about why we're online, and then my game I run on Saturdays is now online.
So to make it easier for you to host the game.
And also we don't have audio interception, since we both play in both games, to not have that bad audio reverb sound.
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason why I come over these set days. One, it helps me with my anxiety to calm down, and it gives me a break being away from my mother, who is slowly losing it to the point she's making masks, which, one, that's a good thing to get her energy out, but
She's stuck at home. She's a
A
lot of
retired
people.
woman.
If everybody feels trapped, I think that's
Yeah.
the best way to put it. And if you already had felt like you're home a lot, now you feel like you're almost confined to being home.
Well, I was
in
home
May.
months before trying to
But
find
now
jobs,
you can't
and
even
now
go to a park or anything. But let's get back onto
Yeah.
the one topic, the unemployment. So that's what she was coach. She came over on Friday, and initially she didn't want to do it right away, so I helped her out doing it. Luckily that Friday, because if you guys don't know, Friday is one of the days to is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are the days that anybody who has a name could just apply. The rest of the week, there's certain days you
I
have to
fall on
apply.
a Wednesday when I'm supposed to do it for my last name.
Yeah, but luckily on Fridays we did it. She got through. She got to do everything online, and then get
Actually, we did it on Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah, it was a Saturday.
Okay, it was Saturday we ended up doing it. So the great thing though is that she got a letter back, and eventually she got some money. The following week, helped somebody else. Recently, helped out my family member on doing it too, and had some friends who were applying too from work. Oh man, they were had to wait for callbacks. And recently, when I was helping out the family member, the online system was down, and then I saw
Como actually admitted how bad it
yeah,
is.
like they had a backlog of what I think the article said 100,000, or was it 1 million?
There was a lot of calls, and they made like a small dent. But the funny thing is, as quoting from Internet Today, they actually said they're hiring more people
Yeah.
to handle the unemployment in New York. And New York is big because you've got the big state, but what most people forget about is Long Island, that piece of land that hangs off. That's another section of New York. So that's all area. So there's a lot of people who live on Long Island who commute to the city, and some people upstate New York commute to the city, and from Connecticut and New Jersey and Pennsylvania commute to the city. So they're getting New York State unemployment even though they may live in those 3 other states besides those sections of New York.
Yeah, so like where you live, it just was a mess. The system was really down for a pretty long time, and this is one of the hardest hidden places in the country. As you know,
Worse than the Great Depression.
Yeah, so with that, going out,
history.
like if I'm going to the deli, like I wear a glove. Personally, I wear gloves and masks. Every time I was going to work, I wear a glove and mask. And some of my coworkers at first didn't really get into it that much, and it was just like, okay, I had to do what's best for me. But back on specifically the unemployment thing is like 100,000 people backlogged into the system, so now certain people just can't get the money when they need it, and it's going to affect people maybe not right away for people who have some type of saving.
Actually, now
but
some people who aren't, it's hurting them now. And Florida, I saw, is just
Florida.
as screwed up.
Yeah, Florida's, but they want to open back up the beaches and everything. So
Why can't the people in charge of Florida take a hint from Disney? If Disney's closing all their damn parks around the world and Universal, which I don't know, but I'm making a guess here. Why don't you follow their lead? Because they're about money
they
and not...
They don't want to be sued. Because think about it. Do you
Yeah.
want to be the first event that opens back up and somebody gets sick at? You don't want that to happen.
But see, they're smart about it, so it's like, why don't you follow what a big moneymaker is doing?
Because Florida is as much as New York is, it's a tourism state. I mean,
But it's also where old people retire half the time, too.
Yeah, but most of their incomes on the beaches, which is getting back open, is a tourism. And even me, I can admit, I've flown out to Florida before just for... go to visit, hang out for a little bit. It's fun. It can be fun. But I'm not going to go there now.
But the one place that really heavily is on tourism, where I briefly lived for 3 years in Las Vegas, they need tourism to the point it affects everything.
Well, did you hear the recent news where they said that some of the casino workers were upset that the mayor of Las Vegas was thinking about opening it back up, and they were like, "No, you can't open it back up," because
and I think it's the casinos, the people who own it, because they don't want the risk of a lawsuit.
Well, and it was the workers too. It was the workers themselves, because you don't want the risk of a lawsuit, and especially with buffets. And if you guys ever been to a casino, buffets, stuff like that, it's a lot of girls going around with the free
and
drinks.
The problem is smoking is down on the gambling floor.
Everybody
so that's
pulling the levers of the
no
penny
one really
machine.
pulls it. They press the buttons now. So.
Well, there are some that I've seen that just for the novelty.
Yeah, it is, but
not for
mostly isn't.
Most of it is the push button. But yeah, the point is that stuff is like pretty hard. I mean, the other part of it that's been affecting us pretty heavily is like we run the D&D game on Saturdays, and you had another game that you were hosting on the Fridays.
Yeah.
So when it really hit us, is just like, well, it's just not viable for us to keep playing it in person. And I don't know if you want to mention it, but one of the places we did play at, we found out that you want to say it? The owner? That's it.
Oh, sorry. Oh, so the store owner for our Saturday group, he actually got sick.
Yeah.
Because his father is a neurosurgeon, and his father got hit harder with the virus, even though the owner was living. He's got a little setup where he can crash in his own store, but technically he lives with his grandparents, but he didn't want to get his grandparents sick. So he was crashing with his dad, and he got a mild version of it.
So that just shows us, and like it was kind of crazy because we were there for a while, and I want to talk about a situation with that too. How this whole thing has made people a little jumpy and freaking out because there was a little situation, and love being around this person, but somebody got sick. And unfortunately, it was just a regular cold. But you know, that's like when everything was going out. When it went from,
it was misinterpreted information.
I'm just gonna be honest, guys. If you like Trump, fine. But if you go back and look, he was in his state. I'm just being honest.
I know.
January, he was like, "Oh, it's fake, false, whatever. Not a big deal. We have it under control." And then suddenly, big pandemic. Everybody get ready, and he started to address it. So once that suddenly went from positive to negative, it's freaked some people out who have anxiety, and this is one of the problems. I'm not sure if you guys heard, like there was a British guy who unfortunately committed suicide. He was cooped up. He had bipolar, I think he was, and he was diabetic, and he just couldn't stand being cooped up, and he unfortunately took his own life. But my point to that story is that this person was freaked out that somebody that we were all in contact with was sick, and I was helping this person out, and I was like, oh shit, and then you even went to go get tested.
I was making the person who brought that friend over. I wanted that person to get tested.
But didn't you go get tested?
No, I didn't.
I think, but you went to the doctor. You went to urgent care.
That was for another thing when remember when I got my ear, when we walked to the park and the wind was blowing in my ear and then I got a sore throat and everything?
Okay, I thought it was the same thing.
No, it was two different things.
Well, luckily for me is the week after, anyways, 2 weeks after, I had a doctor's appointment anyway, so I've been to the doctor since then, and luckily too, the week after that I went to the doctor's when I decided to not go to work, because it was actually a conscious decision on my part for the health and safety of her. She goes home to her mother. I have my other family.
And my mother has some, not major, but certain health conditions that could weaken the immune system.
So I shouldn't talk about finances, but like I lost thousands of dollars from. I didn't even tell you this. My 401k lost thousands of dollars because of the stock market.
Yeah.
I took a big hit there.
Yeah.
I took a hit there. Yeah. I'm not going on unemployment for. It's tricky for me. There's reasons I just don't want to go on unemployment. It'll make more sense for me in the long run.
He is what I told him. He's on the payroll for his job.
Yeah,
it's easier to come back to work.
Yeah, it's a different situation for me than most people. I'm still considered an employee even though I'm not working and I'm not making money like I was. I'm losing money there, but I had to take my safety for their safety and make sure. Then we found out about the cats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why you don't see Luna here, because it's about a 30-minute drive from my house to his house. And the fact is, on the news they said around New York, well, I don't know if you heard in the Bronx too, a tiger got sick from a caregiver and then got some of the lions sick. The cats can recover, but we had one house pet that got sick on the news. And then the other cat was a cat that went outside for a while and then would come back in. So they got it. So for my cat's safety, knowing that she had mites and she was sick from the animal foundation I got her from in Las Vegas, within a week after, which that's not a clean, healthy place. I didn't want to risk her getting sick again because my fur babies are very precious to me for very particular reasons.
Yeah, and it's like so many little tiny things that I think have changed for people. Like, I mean, we've talked about, honestly, some people just getting stir crazy, being stuck at home, not going to the parks. It makes you
because I suffer from anxiety. I was having difficulty keeping down food. I was having diarrhea, and then unfortunately my period came even though I'm on a certain type of birth control, and it just made it a shitstorm. And he has been absolutely wonderful and patient and very good caretaking of me, which not a lot of guys will put up with, knowing that their girlfriend's having a massive period issue.
Well, it's to me, it's like right now it's tough for everybody. It's tough for a lot of people. I'll even admit, like, just something simple. Us taking the D&D game online, just like, it hurt. Like, I was like, I enjoyed it. Once we did it, like, we made it work, but it was like, damn, it shows you how much fun doing it in person really was. But we've gotten better at doing it online. Yeah. And I mean, for us, like, we could talk about how we do it. We started a Discord for it. I
have a Discord for my group. And then what's nice is I have little channels just to make it more fun, interactive for everyone.
Yeah.
And then we started doing the Discord video, which it's alright, but the amount of players I have, which is 7 players, and depending on people's internet, it was killing. So luckily enough, one of my players, who's also our player friend on Friday games, he's got Zoom. Now, I know some of you guys are scared about Zoom, but here's the problem. If someone's going to hack, they're going to hack. And when something gets super popular real fast, it's a perfect, easy target for hackers just to go fuck with it.
So, of course, privacy is important. I've talked about this a million times and on this channel on different things. Like, come on, we're all gamers here. PlayStation was hacked so many years ago.
Nintendo just recently.
Check your Nintendo account, 100.
And Roll20.
And Roll20 was hacked, which is an online D&D thing. Was hacked last year, and supposedly something going out now. So, just real quick. Something else?
I was going to say that one player who does Zoom also has a job dealing with data security.
Yeah,
and knows that he found it on a hacker's forum. That's how he let us know about what happened.
Yeah, so with all that being said, guys, we just wanted to mention that because I know there's a lot of things about happening with Zoom and why to and to not use Zoom. So don't use public Zoom. Use a paid Zoom if you're going to use it. And we had somebody using a corporate account of Zoom that has those extra levels of security. They've disabled links, and this is just us saying, I'm not trying to promote Zoom in any way. It's just that
we use it, so we're saying how to be safer with it.
Yeah, that's how we use it, and we're just using it to play D&D. We're not here using it to talk about corporate secrets or anything like that.
So, like, for our Friday group, we text. So the person who has access to Zoom will... Pardon me, I just worked. We'll send a text message out with the stuff there, and then my Saturday group that has a Discord will put in the Discord. What part of the reason the Zoom issues happen is it was on a public viewing site that someone could see and then jump in. So you have to be careful of who you send that out to make sure who you do not want on there does not get on there.
Yeah, but Zoom is at the point. I'll say this though: transitioning over to Zoom versus Discord has been night and day. And Discord is an amazing program that's free for everybody to use. There's some features you could get if you're a Discord like moderator on the channel that you have. But for like the general user, like just being honest, like the internet connection for most people is so much better.
And for Discord, everyone has to mute until they talk. Unlike Zoom, which is nice, it kind of prioritizes when someone talks. And we just discovered there's a whiteboard, so I can make it somewhat map.
I will mention there's other free programs like Skype. There's a lot of Google Hangouts, and those are not bad either. There's just different ways to do it. One of the great things I personally find with Zoom, is that you don't need to actually make a Zoom account to join the Zoom.
You just need someone who has the paid account to share that on a private line.
If you guys have watched me, and she'll know, I don't like making a lot of new accounts. It's just not my thing. I think I have too many sites I'm signed up to. I'm tired of giving people just like signing up to too much shit. I don't want more. I delete.
He just signed up on my World Anvil to make something up for his own.
My email is at 0 in my inboxes for 3 of my emails, and that's hard for me to keep up. Yeah, you out there with thousands of I bet many of you guys out there have thousands of emails.
I got 10 email accounts.
No, not the email accounts. I mean, like inboxes.
It's up to I think 300 right now. I haven't cleaned through it yet.
I clean it out daily. I just don't want that.
I get lazy because most of my stuff is like just advertisement. Yeah. It's nothing special for me.
That's not the point. So like for us, I think right now would be a great time to start playing D&D with you or some of your friends. I'm about to start a new campaign. It's going to be called Deck of Many Monstrosities.
Hence why he's using my account, because I have a very nice paid account version on World Anvil where I can make multiple worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So he jumped onto my account, which I trust him completely. And so now he can use some of the stuff instead of doing the free account with some limited stuff, because for my paid version, I can have up to 10 authors who can just go in and do the same exact stuff without me being there.
So if you guys have watched any of those videos that I uploaded with her session, which we've actually recorded all the past sessions.
Yeah, and I got to admit we're up to 3, and I have to edit them.
I only have one uploaded.
Yeah, I have to upload one.
I have all of them. I'm going to start uploading them again. I'm going to probably do the same thing where they're going to be... I'm doing them in 25-minute chunks because I don't want to put a big video up like that. So like every day I'll have them probably come out 11 o'clock or midnight. I know that's kind of a weird time, but I just want to have the days to still upload stuff around gaming and other stuff, because I'm making this video now because I'm trying to get back in the habit in May to start making videos during the week.
But I'm trying to make sure he doesn't go too involved with it to forget about me. And
I'm not going to forget about them. I just get too into the creative process.
And it's more like, hello, come back to reality.
Yeah, I was on Photoshop for a lot today. I've been on Photoshop all day. Because we were supposed to do my hair.
So yes, we're going to do a fun thing. Wait, let me grab my thing.
And I'm thinking we're going to do it in another video and upload it later this week, because I think this video is too long already. Yeah, so we'll do that.
Well, first off, I got this hair dye. We're going to color my hair, but a certain somebody thinks this is food.
Definitely not food. So look, like, I'm going to do her hair, she's going to do my hair, and because as you guys see, I haven't had a haircut in months at this point because of all this, a month or whatever. I need a shave too. I'm looking kind of rough. I have Doom, you guys see, had the wallpaper, but I've actually, like, that's another thing. In a way, it's kind of like motivated. I'm not motivated to start a new game. That's my thing. I know you started Animal Crossing.
I started Animal Crossing because of my friends. I got a few other games and stuff thanks to unemployment.
She's addicted.
So I got a few other games for that just to keep me busy. Just because for me with also my ADD, I need to keep stimulated, and because of the anxiety, I need to keep distracted. The moment I am not distracted,
you think about what's
going on.
Right
yeah,
and I mean, for me, one of the funniest things we did, I know, was an anime thing. We just picked we went ABC and just picked some random animes, and we just watched some stuff. You want to tell them one of the animes that you got picked and you knew about already?
No, that was your pick.
You knew about it already.
Yeah, I kind of stumbled across on YouTube a while ago and then caught snippets. Valkyrie Drive.
Yeah, if I remember, guys, I'll put a little thumbnail of it right here. Yeah, if you have the Funimation app, watch that watch that in private, let's say.
Or with your significant other who likes some interesting kinky stuff. Let's say pleasure turns one into a weapon. Let me say this.
I never knew that the Funimation app was this raunchy. I always thought that this was some PG-13. Oh, this is going to some... Yeah, like this is like, okay.
It's pretty much, well, you go back to the old school original Mutant Ninja Turtles where it was PG at the time, where nowadays it probably would have been considered PG-13 or PG-16.
Yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to do the hair. She's going to try to cut my hair. This is the first time you ever cut a hair like mine, right?
Yeah, most of the time cutting hair was this little one. So if you look, I'm going to bring her closer to the camera. She has hair because she is half Silky Yorkie, half Mini Fox Terrier. So every so often I have to trim her hair. I'm not always good, so sometimes I come close to nicking her, which she's not happy about. But when you don't get extra money at times, you've learned to...
And you can't go out right now. Did you hear... Well, there's one other story about this whole thing. You heard about the person in Texas, the woman who's a mayor, who thought it was essential to go get her nails done? Yeah, alright. That's the last thing I'll say about that. The only other thing I'll say that...
I feel like quoting my art teacher right now. What is it he used to tell me? It's like you're an ulcer that will not go away.
And I actually want to save this for a separate video that I'll post up later this week. It's going to be one of those story time video about what happens when you flush too much toilet paper and too much paper towels and diapers down your sewers. Yeah, if you guys are noticing, my room is a different color than the last time I've made videos. And I'm going to go into that in a later video down this week. And I think that's a good way to end this video. Because,
and this was my reaction. I actually had to leave early because of the smell seeping through his room.
Yeah, don't spoil it yet. So later this week, I'll do a little story time video. Maybe she'll be on there with me. Actually, I'll make sure she's on it. And we could talk about that and just like the craziness with the toilet paper. Because I think that's a fun topic, right?
Yeah, especially now how the stars are giving a big fuck you.
Let's just spoil it. But guys, thanks for watching. We'll do another video with that, talking about that very soon. Well, that little one's
you
over
want to say
there.
goodbye?
Come say
here.
bye.
Come. Go pick her up.
Come. So, yeah, come on. She's so timid sometimes. So she's saying bye-bye.
Bye.
We'll see you guys soon. I'll have those D&D videos up and some video game videos. I got to talk about Gears of War Tactics. That's coming out soon. PlayStation 5. There's a lot of stuff I haven't talking about, but you know, this thing is like kind of been crazy for everybody.
And he's been helping his family out around the house more because of his younger family members.
Oh my god! I haven't talked. That's another time. I didn't even talk about the school system. The school. You guys have known me. Many of my old videos. No. I don't want the video to go too long because less people watch the longer videos. We could talk forever, but
that's the bad thing about us.
Good thing for us. I guess bad thing for video wise. It would be a bit more fun if we make it another video.
What turns into 1 hour conversation turns in 3 hours later for us.
So just know the school are not prepared, many of them, for online education. But we'll leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. We'll have more videos together very soon. Babe, if you do the honors, please turn us off and we'll say bye to everybody. Thanks for watching, guys.